This is a real thing. On November 4th, 2010, a giant A380 suddenly had a serious accident. 440 passengers were on the verge of death because of a 1mm error in the engine manufacturing process. After the plane made two loud noises, the captain immediately realized that they were in a serious situation. He immediately leveled the climbing plane through autopilot. Then, the 5 pilots turned all their attention to the aircraft electronic centralized monitoring system on the instrument. More than 80 warnings of different levels popped up in 20 seconds, with the highest priority warning at the top, all pointing to the number 2 engine. After the captain identified the problem with the number 2 engine, he immediately retracted the throttle. Sure enough, the number 2 engine fire alarm and failure warning appeared immediately. The crew released the number 2 engine fire extinguisher according to the procedure, but the fire extinguisher did not release. So they released the second fire extinguisher, and there was still no response on the instrument. This is one of the many reasons caused by the cable being cut. The aircraft's engine fire extinguishing system has a malfunction. After dealing with the problem with engine number 2, the crew discovered that the aircraft still had many warnings that were not related to the engine. The captain immediately understood the seriousness of the situation, and the co-pilot sent a warning through the radio that was lower than Made. After the warning, they had to deal with the remaining 80 or so ECOM messages on the plane. After understanding which systems on the plane had problems through the status page on the instrument, the crew had a major decision to make. In the face of so many faults, should they land the plane first or deal with the faults on the plane first? At this time, the importance of experience was reflected. The captain first tested the autopilot function of the plane and found that the autopilot was intact, so the plane could hover and wait under the control of the autopilot.